Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nghi and I'm currently majoring in English Linguistics at Saigon University. I was given the opportunity to go on a trip to study the nature and culture of Vietnam, and I would love to share this with you guys through a vlog. Throughout the trip, I'll be visiting provinces like Thanh Hóa, Gia Lai, Mang Dên, and Đắk Lắk for 6 days and 5 nights. So without further ado, let's head on with the video.
Our first stop was for a light and energy-fueling breakfast at Gana restaurant. Then we quickly hopped back on the car to Can Hoa Nha Trang. I would tell we were getting close as I could see the blue of the sea slowly creeping up on me. The deep ocean was calming and I was captured by its beauty. I felt like I could just stay here for hours, just watching the waves and the blues overlap. But the journey goes on and we reached the Museum of Oceanography. Entering the institute, we were met by a gigantic skeleton of a humpback whale. This is one of the three big displays arranged in the museum that create special impression during your tour of the museum. Just looking at it left my jaw agape. It gave you the feeling as if you were able to get close to an actual whale. Then, moving on to see some fishes, as there was an impressive amount, the most worthy to me were the massive tanks with fishes just able to freely swim around as they surround you in the feel of the deep sea. Kinda makes you feel like you're Moses separating the sea and walking through to see the gorgeous variety of fishes within. Next, we were able to see an insanely beautiful display of coral encapsulated in black light. It helped for us to able to see the fluorescence of some of the different corals as well as give it a hypnotizing effect. The different fishes in the tank also made it enjoyable to see as they all gave their own individual spark of the color to the tank. I'd say I was definitely hypnotized. Our last stop was to see these super cool and still super cute white tip and black tip reef sharks. Despite them also being sharks, their size is actually smaller than I thought it'd be. Finally, at the end of the day, we went out to eat grilled pork sausages, and I had some of the yummiest grilled pork noodles in my life. For day 2, this is the view of our supposed first stop in Hon Chong from my hotel room. As due to technical difficulties, the footage of me in Hong Kong was unavailable and I sincerely apologize for this mistake. After Hong Kong, we stopped for lunch at Nam An Clay Pot Rice to prepare us for our next stop, Explore Science Huy Nhung. Surrounded by thousands of inventions, our first show was electric, as we were shown how electricity can power light without wiring, the Faraday cage, and then this song.
Cảm ơn các sư dung rất nhiều. Chắc là bây giờ Danh sẽ lại thành Kim Ánh Sáng của các bạn nhé.
Our second show was greatly spherical as it was related to planets. We were informed about our solar system while surrounded by everything universe related. The planets above our head using a scale to give us the impression of how big the planets are compared to each other. And the machine used by our guide can show you the information of each planet and show you a realistic image of said planet by projecting their image on the large sphere in the middle of the room. to close off day 2, we had a delicious dinner at Nghi 1989. So I'm currently at Arizal, also known as the Strait of Wind and the Vietnamese version of the Maldives. Super windy and also cold. Don't forget to bring your coat, but the scenery is breathtaking. Next stop, Wangchung Museum. Our first show was of Taeseong martial arts accompanied by traditional music. This museum is actually a heritage museum that was built to preserve valuable and historical items that originated from the Taeseong movement. As we enter, we are met by the three heroes, and following the room to the left, we are met with murals depicting images of historical movements, ancient tools, and weapons used back in the day. During the tour, we enter an area similar to the Apple Garden. Honestly, its beauty once again captured me, and it served as a nice break to catch your breath before you continue on to view the insightful and meaningful displays of the museum. As we do a full circle, the last room you'll see is the room to the right, as it depicts statues of the king, his advisors, and their relationship, and things that were close to the king himself. Closing off the day early, our last stop is to have lunch at another restaurant. After powering myself up with breakfast at the hotel's breakfast buffet, we headed off to see the statue of Our Lady of Fatima in Mangden. First greeted by the excavator which helped in the most recent finding of the statue, as the statue was erected during 1971 but then lost during the war after many events. On the way to the statue, we saw our church having recently completed its construction. The statue has become a significant Catholic pilgrimage site and is of deep importance to the people in Mangden. The statue, noticeably having no arms, the back of the pillar supporting the statue is inscribed with the message, "You are the hands of Mother," signifying the importance of devotees and a message saying that they are the ones who help spread goodwill and faith. Our next stop, supposed to be Passy Waterfall, was halted, and instead we visited the Mangden Art Garden. Walking around the art garden, we witnessed multiple wooden artworks such as statues, fences, and also piano paintings. first stop of the day, we're going to the coffee shop at Tea Lake. Or should I say Coffee Lake. As beautiful as this tea lake right here is, it's slowly getting replaced by coffee for economic reasons. Finally, our third stop. Can you guys guess where I'm going now?
Earlier, I saw the green sea of Tea Lake, but now I'm witnessing the blue of Sea Lake. Um, it's actually a lake full of fresh water, and you might be wondering why that is the case when it's called Sea Lake. That's because due to its large surface, the waves look like it's from the sea, and it's actually in the middle of a volcanic crate.
Like I just said, this area is called Sea Lake due to its large surface, and during the rainy season, this is enhanced as the waves becomes turbulent like sea waves. The Jarai people call it Tunung Sea Lake, which means sea on the mountain. This is also our last stop of the day, closing off day 4 with an everlasting beauty. Heading to day 5, the day before the finale, we're visiting Akodong village. Specifically, we're visiting the village head on Harin's house. The wooden house is still sturdy despite the passage of time, and the interior displays the fireplace, gongs, a drum that would be used in their festivities and ceremonies, their traditional uniform, and a chair that is made out of one singular tree, which is held in high regard as people would do a ritual on whether or not the gods would allow them to cut down said tree to make the chair. Another significant thing is the fact that these houses uses no nails and uses the method of intricately stacking the beams and posts. Then, we went back to the hotel for a quick lunch and to change into our uniform and prepare to take off to the World of Coffee Museum. This museum, whose architecture was inspired by the Ede village house, also has a unique architecture where the houses are increasingly long in length. Since we visited around Christmas season, we were met with festive combined with traditional atmosphere. As you can see, the Christmas decorations paired with traditional instruments and of course, coffee related decorations. Vietnam being one of the world's leading coffee exporters by volume, we had to tour the World of Coffee Museum. Being a symbol of Vietnam's coffee industry, this museum is home to more than 11,000 coffee cultural artifacts from around the world and has become an iconic architectural symbol of the Vietnamese coffee industry. This museum explores the origin of coffee, the history of coffee, coffee itself, and just anything coffee related. The building is inspired by the traditional Ede longhouses we just saw in Akodong, reimagined with sleek and curved concrete. After eating dinner, we had the final activity of the day, bonfire camp. We all surrounded in a circle as our teacher was invited to light the bonfire, spinning around it 3 times and finally starting the fire of the night as we danced and sung until the end of the day, signing a good end to this journey. Day 6, the final day. We have a bittersweet breakfast, then head straight to Dress Up Waterfall, where I got sidetracked by these intimidating ostriches. Too late to see the other animals, I got dragged back to the original path where it leads to the location where the beautiful fall awaits. Currently at Nghi's most splendid fall, Race Up Waterfall. There are about 100 stairs you take to descend down to the water and then walk along a very bumpy but picturesque path. Drainer actually means water, female waterfall in the Ede language, and the legend says there's a story about a heartbroken woman named Drainer and her lover, Dresap, turned into waterfalls to stay together eternally. This is the story of the three waterfalls that are behind me right now. As the final stop fades away, we head back to eat our last lunch on this trip, then head on a very long trip back to the city. This honestly was a very bittersweet trip for me as there was a lot of things that I did that I've never done before, eaten food I've never tried, but there was also a lot of regrets I have for the things that I didn't do because I was too scared or thought I was incapable of doing. Ultimately, it's a trip that I'm largely grateful for.